Coming to the stage, everyone give it up for Bill Lake.
I saw this bumper sticker the other day. It said, "My child has 4 paws." I thought, what a perfect way of showing the world just how much you love drinking when you're pregnant. I actually recently adopted a pit bull, but I do think he might have been involved in an illegal dogfighting ring before I got him. Yeah, the other day I found him in the backyard bearing a handgun and 20 grand in cash. He was very good at it. There's this old guy in my neighborhood who for years has walked his giant St. Bernard down our street every single day, and recently the dog passed away. And that's been tough on the old guy because now he has to drag it down the street. He's just a little guy. We all grew up with a junk drawer in our house, right? We had one in my house when I was a kid, and I have this really clear memory of having a detailed conversation with my father about how I was going to build a robot out of all the crap in our kitchen junk drawer. Yeah, looking back, I think that shows I had a pretty vivid imagination because my father never talked to me. My dad did come to every single one of my team's Little League games for 3 years, even though I sat the bench and never played a single inning, because that's what good coaches do. This is going to date me, but my favorite baseball player growing up was Hall of Famer Hank Aaron. At one point, I rode away and I got his autograph, and that was a big deal to me. I framed that autograph, put it on my wall. I still have that autograph to this day, but I found out recently Hank Aaron had his secretary sign all of his autographs. Right? How deceptive of Hank Aaron to hire a secretary named Hank Aaron. Here's my pet peeve about most men and how we follow our favorite pro sports teams. When you talk about your team in the first person, like you play on the team. Right? Say things like, "We played really well today." Yeah, no, you didn't. I want to say to those guys, not only are you not a professional athlete, I bet you've never even assaulted a woman on a security camera. I feel like when we're growing up to, every neighborhood has like a mean couple, usually an elderly couple. You're terrified of them, right? We had a couple like that in my neighborhood. Did not step foot on their grass. If our ball or our frisbee went on their lawn, we didn't dare go get it. They would come out and take it and not give it back. But then one summer, us older kids figured out if we took one of the cute little kids in the neighborhood to the door with us, we could get the ball back. And that worked for a while until we ran out of little kids. Yeah, this guy at this house was so mean at Halloween time, he would give out those orange circus peanuts. Yeah, but you never knew that's what you got till you got home, because he hid them in packs of razor blades. My parents were very careful when I was growing up to, not use certain language around me, like "I love you." I was exposed to a lot of secondhand smoke when I was a kid because my dad took me everywhere with him, and he was a heavy arsonist. Two building a day habit. I swear, no matter how hot it ever got, I never saw my dad wear shorts. And one day I was like, "Dad, come on, at least put some underwear on." Anybody here grow up, did you have like a novelty bed? Like a race car bed, a Barbie bed? Yeah, what'd you have? Race car bed, nice. I had a pirate ship bed. Yeah, it was pretty cool, except every time I lost a tooth, the tooth fairy would bring me citrus fruits. I remember whenever I had a stomach flu as a kid, there was always a special soup my mom made for me the day before. My mom was actually anti-vax way back in the 60s when I was growing up. But you know what? It worked out just fine for me. In fact, I loved having both bunk beds to myself. Okay, you guys are going to be cool. We all procrastinated about our homework, of course, when we were kids. I did it. Worst case ever was I waited till Sunday night one time to tell my parents I had a science project on the moon landing due the next morning. Yeah, so we just grabbed a styrofoam cup, we tipped it over, we wrapped it in tin foil, stuck some pipe cleaners in it, stuck it on a little pile of dirt on a piece of cardboard, and planted a little American flag next to it. We figured, hey, it worked for NASA. So it was crazy. One time when I was on the bus, our bus driver passed out while he was driving. And I don't know what came over me, but I just imitated what I had seen him do and finished his vodka and blacked out. Remember at Thanksgiving time in elementary school, the project was always draw hand turkeys, right? Weird experience I had one year. I sat next to a kid who lived on a turkey farm. So he drew a headless turkey. Because his reality was he helped with the chores and he helped slaughter the turkeys. And that's how he lost his thumb. You guys are sick. I was pretty good at drawing when I was a kid, but it did get me in trouble in 4th grade. I drew a very detailed naked picture of my hot young female teacher, and she caught me with it, and she sent me to the principal's office. He took one look at it, gave me detention. So every day the next week, I had to report to his office, sit in the corner, not say a word, and draw more of those pictures. I'll never forget the first time my friend and I wrote our names in the snow. I looked over and I couldn't believe my friend couldn't spell her name. I went to school with a kid we nicknamed the Pez dispenser. And I know you're thinking this is going to be one of those sick kids jokes where he has no arms and legs. He loved Pez candy and had a horrible gag reflex. And no arms and legs. One time when I was a kid, I got a caterpillar because I wanted to wait and see it turn into a butterfly. And then I got impatient, so I just went and got a butterfly and some scissors and a stapler. You guys are more upset about that butterfly than the kid who lost his thumb. Right? I'm not sure what that says about you guys. It's very interesting. I also pulled pranks when I was a kid, but I did stop after this one. I didn't like the way it turned out. This poor old guy in our neighborhood ended up with poop all over his shoes. Because my friends and I rang his doorbell, we ran away, he opened the door, he looked down at what we left there, he panicked, he started stomping, and that was the last time I left a baby on a doorstep. Again, that's acceptable to you guys. Not the butterfly. Good crowd. I remember as my grandfather got elderly, he couldn't even stand without using this beautiful oak cane that he had hand-carved himself from a piece of wood on his own land. And eventually there was an ugly family fight over who would get that cane, caused a lot of bad feelings. But I think the worst part was seeing my grandfather fall over. But I still have that cane. My grandmother used to always tell me the story about how she fled the Holocaust and made it to America, and how lucky she felt to be able to live out her life freely as a former Nazi. Very sweet lady. My other grandmother is 101. Thank you, but she did recently ask the family to assist her with suicide. Yeah, so we all told her we've never really loved her. This was crazy. I had an uncle growing up whose initials were KKK, so he never wore monogram clothing, except to his Klan meetings. When one of my uncles passed away a few years ago, I wanted to get my aunt a gift that would always remind her of him. So I had her favorite photo of him printed on a jigsaw puzzle, because he died falling into a wood chipper. I know you guys are like, that's an inappropriate gift. But after she put it together a few times, she couldn't find all the pieces. That worked out. Excuse me. Okay, this will all be edited out later. My wife told me before I got here I had to stop and get pizza. She's like, don't put your shirt on before you carry the pizza into the theater. That's why. Anyway, back to our show. Am I gleaming now? So embarrassing. This is the first time I've done this. I promise I'll get better. All right, so when I was about 13, a bunch of us kids in our neighborhood, we put together a time capsule, and we buried it in the woods near our houses. And recently, as adults, we all got back together, and we dug it up. We cracked it open. The first thing that fell out was an old Mad magazine. And that reminded us of this kid, Jimmy, we knew, who would do any dare for a Mad magazine, even crawl into a time capsule. I tried joining the Army after high school as a sniper, but they turned me down because of my drug test. I missed the cup. I actually lived in my parents' basement till I was 30. Towards the end, they kept changing the locks. But I still managed to escape. Some of you that are getting older, maybe you've experienced this, but when I talk to people I grew up with that I shared an experience with, sometimes they can remember completely different details about that experience. Like recently, I messaged my best friend from growing up, and I'm like, hey, remember when we broke the school window and you threw the Frisbee? And he's like, you were not my best friend. I'm a firm believer that no matter how old you get, do something every once in a while that makes you feel like a kid again. And recently, with my grandson, I turned my entire living room into a fort. And I was really getting into playing fort, like more than he was. Then my neighbor knocked on the door, but I didn't let him in because he's British. Smart crowd. Back when my wife was pregnant, our son kicked her belly dozens of times. He really didn't want a baby sister. My son was very hyper when he was a toddler. A lot of times it was difficult to get him to settle down and take a nap during the day. So I would load him in the car and drive him around till he got sleepy. Unless I was impatient, then I would run the car in the garage. He used to want me to read him to sleep every night. So it was great when he finally learned to read, because it's exhausting night after night driving to his dorm room. Before I became a dad, I used to work from home, and sometimes I would babysit my niece during the day. And that could make for awkward situations, like when I took her to the park and she went off and played with all the other kids. To any moms who showed up, I just looked like a 25-year-old man sitting on a park bench watching children play. It was a problem. So to reassure them I was also there with a kid, I'd call out to my niece once in a while. Wish they hadn't named her Candy. I was in a grocery store one time where they had those barrels of loose candy in a row, and there was this 5-year-old kid walking along, taking a piece of candy out of every barrel and trying it, and if he didn't like it, he would put it back. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not buying candy from those barrels until I try it. I know a couple, their son's pet goldfish died while he was away at summer camp. But rather than have that difficult conversation with him about death, they took the easy way out. Can anybody guess?
They bought another goldfish.
Never picked him up from summer camp. Do you guys think Stone Age children played rock, flat rock, sharp rock? I'm a married guy. The other night after dinner, my wife was debating whether she was going to have dessert. She decided not to. She's like, no, I'll be good. And I said, you should just enjoy yourself. You could be struck by a car tomorrow if the guy sees my text. Recently, she said she wanted to mix things up in the bedroom. She pulled a blindfold out of her nightstand, and she's like, just this one time, I want to try not wearing this. Glad you guys think that's funny. She's always accusing me of kicking her in my sleep. That's not true. I'm awake every time. She keeps me awake all the time with her snoring. I got so desperate, I bought a big box of those foam earplugs. Didn't help. She just coughed them right back up. This happens all the time at our house. 5 minutes after my wife and I get in bed and start a movie, she's asleep. Then I have to do all the work and hold the camera. She came home recently with, I swear to God, the thinnest toilet paper I've ever seen. I'm talking like rest area thin toilet paper. I was like, am I supposed to use this to wipe my butthole or trace it? That joke doesn't make any sense. A couple weeks ago, I bought this antique urn from this old lady at a garage sale, and as I was driving home, I realized there were ashes in the bottom of it. Yeah, so I drove back, I explained to her what I found. She got very upset. She's like, oh my God, I am getting so forgetful. Those are my husband's ashes. I didn't mean to sell you that urn. It's free. I have a buddy, his wife left him because he was in a coma for 3 years. Can you imagine how difficult that was on him to fake a coma for 3 years? I've recently started sleeping with a baseball bat under our bed because in our neighborhood, someone has been breaking into people's houses and throwing baseballs at them. I got home one time and I realized I had forgotten my house keys, and I was like, great, how am I going to break into my own house? And then I remembered under the potted plant on the front porch, I keep an extra ski mask. I put a wood fence up between myself and my neighbor this summer, and he came over and asked if he could paint over his side of the fence. And I'm like, no, if I had wanted that whole side of the fence painted over, I wouldn't have just painted "You suck." Went on vacation recently. I went through TSA, and I put my bag up on the track. And the agent asked me, do you have any liquids or gels in your bag? And I said no. She put my bag through the scanner and then gave me this really suspicious look and pulled out my toothpaste and said, I thought you said you didn't have any liquids or gels. I wasn't trying to be difficult. I was just being literal. I said, that's a paste, not a liquid or a gel. To which she said, it's gel-like. I'm like, oh, thank you for giving instructions that were so clear-like. You were obviously trained very well-ish. Hope the rest of your day's amazing, adjacent. And by the way, I'm not a terrorist, per se. I was driving across a bridge one time, and I saw a guy standing on a railing about to jump in the river. And I slammed on my brakes, and I grabbed him, and he fought me, but I got him down. And I think to this day, like if I had driven across that bridge maybe 30 seconds later, he might have rescued that guy that fell in the river. I have a friend, he's not married, he has no family whatsoever, and he's just worried he's going to die alone. And he's so depressed, he said he's going to drive off a bridge and kill himself. And I'm trying to be supportive. I'm like, buddy, you're not going to die alone. You're a bus driver. I'll share this with you guys. I did become a firm believer in reincarnation a couple of years ago. A friend of mine died tragically. He was hit by a truck crossing the street. And he had always said when he went, if he could come back, he was going to come back as an eagle. And sure enough, on the day of his burial, we're all gathered at the cemetery when suddenly a lone bald eagle rose up from a nearby pine and soared over our heads and crossed the road and was hit by a tractor trailer. You gotta believe. I used to drive a Jeep Wrangler, and I recently traded it in for a plug-in Prius hybrid. Well, you know, I was tired of low gas mileage and fun. But Jeep drivers love driving their Wranglers, right? So much so that when they pass each other on the street, they wave to each other. Prius drivers, we don't do that. If we pass another Prius driver, we just turn up NPR. We're like, Terry Gross! And the cool thing when you had a Jeep, you know, if you came upon somebody that was stuck in a snowbank, you could pull them out. Now the best I can do with the Prius is just pull up alongside them and lecture them about climate change. You would think with a plug-in vehicle that my electric bill has gone way up, but it actually hasn't because I bought this special charge cord that reaches next door. Yes, have I caused a few blackouts over there? But how many people can be on life support at one hospital? Turns out quite a few. I recently did stand-up at a nursing home. It went pretty well. There was one old lady did not laugh at me once the entire show. So afterwards, I went up to her and I asked her if there was a problem. And she said the reason she didn't laugh was the entire time I was on stage, I reminded her of her deceased son. Yeah, who had also been a comedian. And she didn't think he was funny either. I read this recently. 1 in 10 children worldwide, 10% of children worldwide are engaged in child labor. And it just makes me wonder, how can so many kids be unemployable? Oh, this is good news. I just found out I got on the list for a new kidney. I don't need one. I just really like to win stuff. So, fingers crossed on that. My doctor told me recently, perfectly healthy for me to have a glass of red wine before I go to sleep. So I'm up to 6 naps a day. This was crazy. One time I accidentally swallowed a butterfly, and then I couldn't tell whether I was anxious about that. Got this new tattoo. I cannot wait to get it finished. Right now it's just my wife's name, the year she was born, and a dash. I have decided, though, I'm going to stop comparing my body to other people that work out at my gym, because they don't like it when you stand that close to them in the shower. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten a compliment you didn't know how to respond to, but I once had a woman tell me, I have perfect ears. Right? What do you say to that? You have perfect ears. Thank you, I've never wrestled. One time I was at the beach and I was in the ocean and I got hit smack in the side of the head by a wave, and my ear just filled up with salt water. And after a couple hours, the pain on my eardrum got so bad I went to a walk-in. The way they take care of it is a doctor comes in with a big syringe full of warm water. He has a nurse hold a pan under your ear. And when he injected that warm water in and it flushed my ear out, best feeling ever. But I heard the nurse go, ew, just not good bedside manner. Are you telling me she's never before seen a patient with an erection? Be a professional. I went to college with a guy we nicknamed Tripod because of his really, really short legs. Despite doing this, I don't like to embarrass myself in public, but it did happen recently at the grocery store. I was using the self-check scanner incorrectly. Apparently, they can't even detect testicular lumps. This is pretty cool. I recently checked off 2 things on my bucket list on the same day. I was able to get a homeless person off the streets, and I got to feed sharks. I have a buddy, he spent last summer walking every one of the 60 trails in the Grand Canyon. Turned out his keys were in his pocket the whole time. I have started volunteering to read books to the blind, and it's been very rewarding because it combines 2 of my passions, literature and reading naked. Big breakthrough at therapy this week when the group figured out I'm not a therapist. That was fun while it lasted. I'll share this with you guys. I'm a grown man who has a deep-seated neurosis about balloons because at my 4th birthday party, a girl popped a balloon behind me and I peed my pants. Yeah, to this day, I can't pee my pants unless a woman pops a balloon behind me. I fall into this mentality all the time. If a bunch of good things are happening in my life, I'm always worried there's something bad right around the corner to sort of even things out. Like one time I won $500 on a scratch off. I got a promotion at work. I went on a great vacation. A week later, my ex-girlfriend died. And I'm like, something bad is going to happen. You guys knew her. Last Christmas, somebody got me one of those coloring books for grown-ups. They're like, this will help reawaken your inner child. It worked. I drew hairy peepees on every page. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with this. This happened to me when I was about 13 years old. And even at that young age, it taught me make the most of every moment we have on this planet. A group of us kids were playing hockey on a frozen lake. One of the kids playing goalie, dressed in full gear, fell through the ice and drowned. And I'll never forget those few frantic moments, because I scored 11 goals. Thank you. That was a good day. Thank you guys very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, I'm absolutely overwhelmed that so many people came out. I appreciate it so much. And if my voice holds out, I will say goodbye to each and every one of you out in the hallway. Thanks again, guys. Good night. We'll see you next time.